Hey guys, my name is Luke and I'm going to show you how to install a toilet. Since no toilet has ever been installed yet, this cap that was in place for pressure testing the whole plumbing system is still there, so we got to knock it out. Now that it's broken loose, we can pull it out of there. Now I got to clean this up nicely so it makes a good seal. Now if you're replacing the existing toilet, there's going to be an old wax ring on there, and you're just going to put some gloves on and peel off as much of that wax as you can, but you don't have to get it perfect. And then you'll put a new wax ring on top. My toilet came with a new wax ring and the bolts that I'm gonna need. I like this style flange because it's a little bit adjustable, so if the plumber doesn't get it perfect, you can still slide these till they're where you want them. So I'm gonna just eyeball these across and they'll slide after the toilet's in if I need as well. Okay, so those are good. Now I'm gonna put the wax ring down there. Keep in mind the old wax ring has this plastic part on it, so you need to pull that out with the old wax ring and clean up the wax as best as you can. But this is brand new, so I don't have anything to remove. I'm gonna center that on there. And now we're ready to set the toilet in. You wanna make sure not to throw your back out when you're doing this by yourself. So if you straddle it nicely, you can lift it pretty easily. Line up that bolt, line up the other bolt. See, it's sitting up a little bit now because that wax has to squish down. So we're gonna apply even pressure to this and give it a little bit of time to settle all the way down while that wax squishes out and makes a nice seal. There we go. Now it's in contact with the ground nicely, and I can put my nuts on. The caps for the bolts have a washer that has to go on first, so let's not forget that. It says this side up, so we put that side up. Then we put the metal washer on top. Then we'll put the small nut. That washer will help distribute the load over that little plastic washer, but it's not that strong, so we don't want to over tighten it. And we want to make sure the plastic is centered, because if it's off too far one way or the other, the cap won't fit. Then you'll put the wing nut on, and this you can tighten by hand as tight as you can, back up against that nut. That'll keep them both from loosening up. So I have to tap it there to get it to pop on. Now I can do this side. Set that one first, put that one on there. In the case that that stud is too long and your cap doesn't fit, they usually have small breaks in them. And you can take pliers like this and you bend them near the break that you want, and the top of the stud snaps off. But in my case, they came with nice tall caps, which I really like. Pop that on and we're good to go. This is a one-piece toilet, so I didn't have to attach the tank at the back to the bowl. If you have a two-piece toilet, it comes with a foam piece that goes between the two. That's your seal, and then there's two bolts that go through and you gotta tighten them up. It's not too difficult. But I really prefer the one-piece toilets. They seem a lot easier to clean and they're faster to install and they don't cost much more, so I think it's worth it.